Hello and welcome to this board game life. My name is Mark, and I'm here for Mailbag on December 2nd, 2025. And it's going to be a big one. There's a lot of stuff that has arrived today. And so we are just going to jump right into it. I'm just going to ask you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it certainly helps us out if you subscribe. And then hit that bell icon so many of the games here that I'm going to show you today that just arrived, I will be doing unboxings to show you what comes in the box. So hitting that bell icon will let you know when those videos are available for you to watch in case you're interested. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start small, not a game, but I picked up some Army Painter speed paint markers. So this is something new. I know they've done paint, and I actually recently started. I picked up one of these. I got this off Amazon. It's very cheap. There's like 54 different markers, lots of colors, and I've been painting miniatures with it. The issue with these now, these are nice. They work. I'm not a perfectionist. I think I've shown off some of the minis I've done. They're professional painters. People have done it for a long time. You guys do an amazing job. This is for someone like me who just wants to put some color, and these are so much easier. They're clean. You don't have to worry about spilling paint, mixing paint, wasting paint. You just take the tip out. Now these are nice. This is I don't even know what brand these are. Just 54 acrylic paint markers. I got them off Amazon. They were very inexpensive, and they're nice. They've worked really well. A couple of things that I don't like. There's a brush side, so you can kind of see. Let me hold that up there. It's not a super fine point, but it works really good for coverage. And then there's supposed to be a fine point, and it's just a little shorter, really. And some of the minis, if they're small, you can't get into all the really tight spaces with these. Plus the colors, like this is the red, and it's more of an orangish, pinkish red, if you ask me. It's not a really good red. So Army Painter has come out with theirs, and this is just an introductory set. It's like 3 pens. The problem is these are very expensive, especially compared to something like this. And so I didn't want to invest in like a bunch of these. So I bought their starter set. It just has three colors in it: yellow, red, and orc skin. So green, basically yellow, green, and red. But if you can see based on the picture, it looks like they have a very, very fine point. And I think these might be a lot better. I mean, it's you can trust Army Painter if you've ever messed with any of their products. And I want to try them out. And I may just, if these work like I hope, I will probably end up just trashing these and buying a bunch of these when available. But these are really hard to come by at the moment. So I got those. I'm gonna try them out, see how they work. All right, now to the games. There's a bunch of games here. So I got Gems of Iridesia, the Iridescent edition. This is from Rock, Stone, and Dice. Let's see. Does this give me designed by Roberto Panetta? And so that came in. I also picked up Echoes of Time. So this is one I recently played. This is from Crow Games. And this is designed by Roberto Pelle and Simon Luciani. And this is really fun. I've played this one. I liked it. So I picked it up. I'm not one normally for multi-use cards, but this one I liked. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Now the next box, I purchased a Humble Bundle. So if you're familiar with Humble Bundle, they do this type of stuff all the time with like digital video games. You get a whole bunch for a really good price. Well, they actually did this recently with board games, and I was like, Okay, I've never done a Humble Bundle. I've heard of them. I know what they are. It's a company you can trust. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? So you donate. You basically they have a. I think it was like a pack of 3 or a pack of 8. So you could pick like the 3 bundle or the bundle of 8. And like for the 3 bundle, you had to spend a minimum of so much money. For the pack of 8, I think it was like $60 was the minimum, 50 or $60. But I mean, and they're raising money for charity, and you can donate whatever you want, but you get these games. So keep in mind, this was the first time I've done it, and I kind of had a feeling. I'm like, this seems too good to be true, and it's not too good to be true. But the bundle that you're buying from Humble Bundle, they're getting money, or someone is, but they do show you very little of the money actually went to the charity. I mean, these are physical games. I don't know how much goes for the digital. I mean, that's probably a lot easier, and they probably get a lot more. I mean, these got to be paid for. This is a physical product. But what happens is when you're purchasing from the Humble Bundle with this physical stuff, you make the purchase, you send them the money, then they send you to, in this case, I got sent to Renegade Games. And you put in the code of the bundle that you had, and they have your order, and then you pay for shipping. So when you buy the bundle, there's no way to know what it's going to cost to ship to you. So I basically paid shipping equal to the amount of what I paid for the bundle. And from what I saw on Humble Bundle, very little money went into the charity, which is a bummer. It's like, I feel like more should have gone to it. And I was kind of playing around with it, like, well, what if I give more money? And it was like going up like a quarter. Like I'm putting in like $5, $10 at a time, and the charity gets like an extra 20 cents, 25 cents. And I was like, this is so I'm not knocking Humble Bundle. I'm not knocking Renegade. I'm just letting you know, if you see this again, that with the price that you can, even if you go the lowest price, you're gonna, you might want in your mind, in the back of your mind, double that because you're gonna have to pay for shipping. So it's still overall taking the charity out, I got like 8 games for like $60 or something, like, so it's not plus shipping. So it was like $100, I think it was like $120 total maybe. And I still got I think I got 8 games here. So let's see what came in the bundle. Again, I'm just letting you know. So kind of wanted to share my experience, just so you have that knowledge. Let me put these on the floor. Uh, just know you got to pay shipping, and they're not going to tell you up front what it's going to cost. So, all right. And these were just the games. So it's like there were some games in here that I'm like, yes, I would really like that. Others, I don't know what it is. Kind of like this. You might know what this is. But from Kane Klenko, Fuse Countdown. So this is a standalone and an expansion. So it has new gameplay elements. But I've not heard of this. And there's a free download of Ship's Timer app. So I guess you can get an app for the Ship's Timer. Not one I'm familiar with. Another one, Junk Orbit, which has a solo mode. It says new solo mode. Game by Daniel Solis. Again, these are from Renegade. And so I do appreciate, I'm not sure, I'm sure Renegade probably lost money on these. So again, I don't want to make this sound like a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying I got ripped off or anything. Nothing like that. You got to pay for shipping. I knew I was going to somehow have to pay for shipping. It was just that you don't get to find out. You got to buy the bundle, and then you get sent somewhere else to the company, Renegade, which is going to say, oh, you did this bundle. Okay, here, where do you live? Okay, we'll ship it. Here's what it's going to cost. By then it's too late. You've already bought the bundle. So that's my only thing, is I wish you could know ahead of time what it was going to cost you right out the gate. But I do think Renegade, it's a good idea. I just wish more money went to charity. It was very little bit of money went to charity. But I do think that Renegade, and maybe not, I don't know. Maybe they got their retail price. I'm assuming they cut discounts and may have lost money. I don't know, because it's for charity. But it's still a cool idea. I just think we should be able to know total cost up front. But regardless, Junk Orbit was in the package. Now you do get to know which games that you're getting, so it's not a blind. It's not like a blind box. I did know everything I was getting because there was the cheaper bundle, and there was things in the bigger bundle that I wanted. So I just went. Why I went in and got everything. All right, now I got J. Alex Cavern, World's Fair, 1893. So I have not played this, but this is supposed to be a really good game, and so that was one that I'm like, yeah, I'd like to check that out. World's Fair. All right, I did get. Let me show it. So that's three. Maybe there was only 7 games in the bundle. I think there were. Maybe it was 7. I did get this game, Proving Grounds, also came in the bundle, but I already have it. So I had some friends over tonight, and I gave my new copy away. So Proving Grounds was also in that bunch. So that makes 4. Yeah, and the next are bigger games. If I can get them out of here. They are wrapped tightly in bubble wrap. So the search for UAPs. So unidentified anomalous phenomenon. This is from Bezier Games and Renegade Game Studios. Ted Alpsack, sorry. I've heard his name before. Probably no. I bet you I got games from him. And so, yeah, this was one. I was looking at it a while back at Gen Con, I think 2 years ago, I think. And it was just one that I passed on at the time. So kind of glad to get that one into my collection and be able to try it out. Next, King Clanko again, Dead Men Tell No Tales. So this one is a Dice Tower Seal of Excellence on it. So again, Renegade Game Studios. And then the last one is from Ben Rossett and Matthew O'Malley, The Search for Lost Species. Again, Renegade Games. So that was a humble bundle. So again, seven games. Why is this one not oh, it's got those stickers. Oh, it's like, why is that one not wrapped? Because it's got stickers. So there we go. I think overall, what do we got here? We got 6 games plus the one Proving Ground that I got. So 7 games total, a little over $100. I think that's fair. That's a fair price. So, and some money went to charity. So that's good. All right. Well, that is my, what is this, December 2nd mailbag with my markers. And Gems of Eurydice and Echoes of Time. That was a big day. You can't see everything, but, they're all sitting here. So it was a fun day. It was like Christmas. It's early. A couple more weeks and it's Christmas, but I got a whole bunch today. So Merry Christmas to me. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Again, where's that button? I can't even see my button anymore. Please hit that like. Whoa, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you're never missing any content. And we'll see you at the table. My hand is buried. See you at the table. Have a good one.